I suppose I come from a long line of small businesses. My father was in small business and always operated his own business. My mother worked for a small business. Both my grandparents operated their own small businesses. You could say it's in the blood. As an insurance broker, financial advisor, yes, our clients are predominantly small businesses. Our practice prides itself on the ability to understand most small businesses out there. Our clients are across a vast array of different business models. It is fair to say that not any two small businesses are alike. I was first approached to join the local Chamber of Commerce, I think it was in the year 2000. That was the Melville-Coburn Chamber of Commerce. It was a great organisation. A year or so in, I was asked to come on board to the committee, and I suppose the rest is history. A few years later, I went up for presidency nomination and served a little over 3 terms in office. It was a fantastic time for the Chamber. I like to think it was a team effort. We all certainly kicked some high goals during those years. We established a full-time office on the ground floor of the Council Chambers of Melville, and we started to offer a real value proposition to our members. The Chamber was involved during what was some of the most exciting projects to hit the state's infrastructure, and it was all happening in our region. The Coburn area stretched into the Australian Marine Complex, latitude 32, and quite a number of commercial parks and precincts that were opening up. The train line, the transport routes to the job skills crisis. The Chamber was involved in a big way. We engaged with the Premier to the Prime Minister. The Chamber became the go-to organisation in WA. Following my involvement and success in the Chamber, I was invited to join the South Coast Economic Gateway, or SCEG as it was known in those days, was at the forefront of offering billions of dollars of projects and infrastructure development to the state's small business. It had developed over time strong links to the Malaysian Navy and the government of Sabah, who saw a win-win situation for their economy based on a repeating on what had occurred geographically around Coburn Sound. My involvement in the MCCC didn't go unnoticed. I was also asked to join the committee of COSBA. COSBA, or the Combined Small Business Alliance, is the peak body in Western Australia for small business. It is recognised by government and government agencies alike. With those roles, not only comes respect, but also responsibility. I suppose you are holding the responsibility to get the right message across to governments, and that is equally important. Yes, these are or have been all voluntary roles in the community. I feel extremely proud to be involved for such a long period of time for small business in Western Australia. I suppose the pinnacle of my involvement was to the AFA. Look, the industry has given a lot to me over many years. I suppose it was about returning something back to make the world a better place. The AFA has been at the forefront. It's the forefront association for the advisor for many years or decades now. I was very humbled to be able to serve Western Australia as the State Director. The AFA was hitting some really big benchmarks both in WA but also nationally. During my years on the board, I was involved in the early part of FOFA, MySuper and a host of government inquiries, including the main one which was then termed the Ripoll Inquiry. The AFA made strong submissions to all of those. I was very fortunate to also sit on a number of the AFA national committees, including the Government Policy Committee. I started the business in October 1986. I remember it well. I was quite young then. Principally, it was, back in those days, it was a life agent for National Mutual in an office in Subiaco. Over time, we expanded our offerings to clients and also became and built our general insurance book of business. Today, Knight Management specialises in the risk insurance market and all things risk insurance. This is our forte. Whether it be commercial insurance, liability cover, professional indemnity, to workers' compensation, to domestic insurances. We are also looking after our clients in relation to life risk products, which predominantly include life insurance, total permanent disablement cover, trauma insurance, income protection, to business expenses protection. We're also servicing a second generation of clients, obviously having been in business for over 25 years now. That's a good question. I think the answer to that has changed over time. Previously, it has been the challenge in respect to offering or solving difficult problems for clients and their insurance needs. However, today, without question, it is about being there for the client at the time of claim. Being there for the client at the time of claim. I'll say that again. The main principles that I have recognised are that the most valuable time you share with the client is the time when they want you by their side, as much as possible assisting them and showing empathy for their situation. Having been in business for such a long period of time, we just see the claims and meet the people, whether it be death claims or trauma insurance claims, income protection claims, or the suite of general insurance claims, being from the most dramatic in fire claims to simple fusion claims. Night management also pushes above its weight in the general insurance claims area with a dedicated claims staff person in our office.